Hi guys, Dazzie's back. Better late than never. This is Dazzie's top 20 selling comic books of the week, episode 23. Apologies for my lateness, but I had a busy con weekend. Basically, coverprice.com launched recently and has quickly become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics. And they scour thousands of eBay sales to combine data to spotlight the hottest selling comics. And today I'm going to be discussing the best-selling comics on eBay from the 21st of March 2019. Last week was a good one. I think my best ever. I think I have 14. Let's see what I got this week. Can you beat me? Let's find out. Starting in at number 20 on our list. Do I have the book? I do have the book. It is Die, issue 1. Of course, from Image Comics. Basically, it's about a group of adults that have to face a terrifying, unearthly visitor that was unleashed decades earlier during a role-playing game that they barely survived the first time around. I've read it. It wasn't a bad read. Is it as good as people are making out, in my opinion? Possibly not. It's got a Jumanji feel to it. I didn't hate it. And there's a lovely Stephanie Hans cover here. Now, this book, this past week or so, has sold 35 copies with a 7-day trend of plus 135%, with a high sale of a raw copy at $39.99. I paid £3.20 for mine the day it came out. It has gone now, I believe, into a 5th printing. It's a hot book for a reason. There's a lot of talk of it being option. 19 on our list is an interesting one. It's one that I passed on just this past weekend. I had the opportunity to pick this up for £15. Kind of regretting it now. The book in question is The Incredible Hulk, issue 168. And the reason that book is on our list is due to the fact that Betty Ross had red glowing eyes, and they think she's either going to become the red immortal red She-Hulk or the Harpy, who is a character that she portrays in Incredible Hulk 168. 13 copies have sold recently, with a 7-day trend of plus 377 cents and a high sale raw of $79.99. No graded books out there at the moment on that one. So at £15, I think I had a bit of a steal. So kicking myself a little bit. 18 on our list is a book that's got quite a bit of buzz. And this is from Image Comics. And the book in question is this one, Little Bird. I haven't been to my LCS in a couple of weeks. I may well go in the next few days. Who knows, I might grab one. Well, Little Bird, 42 copies have sold recently with a 7-day trend of plus 117%. A high sale raw now of $12.99. Like I say, if I can find one for cover or under, I'm going to possibly grab that one. Don't know too much about it, so it is what it is, you know. Maybe you can tell me in the comments about Little Bird. On to 17. Is a book I thought I owned, as I grabbed it because it was in my encyclopedia. The book in question is this one, and this is Incredible Hulk, issue number 12. And this is the first appearance of the Devil Hulk. Now, I have Incredible Hulk issue 13. That's what the encyclopedia claims is the first appearance of the Devil Hulk. But it seems that issue 12 is the book. And the Devil Hulk is apparently getting some spec again due to this fantastic Al Ewing Immortal Hulk run. Maybe a character that is going to appear. I think it may be in issue 16 or something like that. Well, 19 copies have sold of Incredible Hulk 12 recently. Had a 7-day trend of plus 265% with a high sale now of a raw copy at $39.99. Impressive stuff. Up next was a book I was looking for this past weekend at the con, but I had no joy. There is a movie on its way, a reboot, but for me you still can't beat the good old classic with Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, the book in question is DC Comics presents issue 47, the first appearance of He-Man in comic books. We are getting a He-Man and the Masters of the Universe movie. Excited for that. I used to collect the figures. Enjoyed it. Loved the cartoons. DC Comics presents of sold 47 has sold 31 copies recently with a 7-day trend of plus 160% and a high sale of a 9.8 just recently sold at $750. Insane stuff. That was our 16th book on our list. Up next, number 15 on our list is a book I own, Immortal Hulk, issue number 12. Now this is hot because it is the first appearance of the One Below All. Nice Alex Ross cover. 47 copies of this book have sold of late with a 7-day trend of plus 119%. There are graded GC 98s out there already for a book that's only been out a few weeks. And that high sale has reached $139.99 for 9.8 of this book. Staggering stuff. I paid $3.50 the day it came out for my copy. Number 14 on our list is a book I was so wanting to get this past weekend because the cast, some of the cast of the Umbrella Academy were at the con. And I met them, I've got photos with them, I've got signed pictures, but I wanted to get this book. You know what the book I'm talking about. Of course, the first appearance of the Umbrella Academy in comic books is the Umbrella Academy Free Comic Book Day issue. Now, like I say, that has to be the most valuable free comic book out there. Has to be. 66 copies of that book have sold of late due to the fantastic show. And if you haven't watched that, guys, please go and watch the Umbrella Academy. It is one of the best shows that I've watched recently. Fantastic stuff. The casting is superb. Like I say, 66 copies of that book have sold of late with a 7-day trend of plus 85%. A 9.8 of a free comic book recently sold for $500. That was a high sale. Staggering. Great book. Wish I could have got it signed by the cast, and I think one of the co-creators there was there at the con as well. I got him to sign a different book, but I would love to have had that one signed. It wasn't Gerald Way, of course. It was one of his colleagues. Number 13 on our list is a book, again, I've been looking for, but I haven't found one. And this is Young Avengers issue 6. And this is the first appearance of, I believe, Kate Bishop. Yeah, Kate Bishop, who's been spec'd on to be in Avengers Endgame. Now, there's a female character in Endgame in the trailer. Is it Hawkeye's daughter? We're going to find out. Well, 18 copies have sold of Young Avengers issue 6 of late. The 7-day trend plus 325%. And a high sale of a CGC 9.6 recently went at $72. So not out of people's reach yet. Number 12 on our list is a book I own. Love this cover. Avengers issue 684. Of course, the first appearance of the Immortal Hulk. As you know by now, mine is signed by the great man himself, Al Ewing. This also has the first appearance of the Iron Hulk, who was General Robert Al Maverick, the Origin of Voyager, who was Valerie Vector. Lovely, stunning Mark Brooks cover. I had this signed at the Leamington Spa Comic Con last year. Had a great chat about Immortal Hulk. Good guy are you, and I thought. Where the bad press comes from, I'm not sure. 67 copies of this book have sold of late, with a 7-day trend of plus 87%, and a high sale 9.8 recently sold for $252. I paid cover price on mine, I think, the day it came out. A lovely run of Avengers No Surrender, and Al Ewing signed the lot. Okay, into our top 10. And this is an interesting one. I was surprised to see this one on our list. This is Young Avengers issue 12. That is our number 10 book this week. And the sole reason, Kate Bishop as Hawkeye. Simple as that. Kate Bishop as Hawkeye. The 7-day trend on that book, plus 356%. 21 copies have sold. The average raw sale now for that book, $21.78. No graded copies of Young Avengers 12 are out there as yet. Number 9 on our list. More Young Avengers, more Kate Bishop goodness. It is Young Avengers issue number 10, guys. Nice looking cover, but I'm surprised that Kate Bishop is getting so much love. The 7-day trend plus 509%, 15 copies have sold of late. An average raw sale now of that book, $11.25. No graded books sold this past week. Number 8 on our list, again, is a book I was on the lookout for. As yet, I've not found one that I think I can afford and is in good enough condition. And that is Miss Marvel issue 1. Is our number 8 on our list. And of course, the Captain Marvel movie. That is what it is all about. That's her first solo series. And it's the number 1 movie in the country currently. I've seen the film. I enjoyed it. Of course, it's Marvel. It's the MCU. There were some great moments in it. But for me, it's a middle-of-the-road film. 7.5 out of 10. My main concern is I didn't like the main character as much as some of the other characters that lead their films. She was okay, you know. But I thought Talos and I thought Nick Fury stole the show. And of course, we had a little bit of Goose too. But give her time. I'm not writing her off yet. The 7-day trend on that book, plus 102%. 85 copies have sold lately. That's insane stuff. An average raw copy now of that book, $55.52. And 9.4 sold recently at $307. I think my good friend Comic Vantage sold a 9.8 for $2,000. I've seen them now going over $2,000. Great book to have. Number 7 on our list is a book I kind of have. It is Young Avengers issue 1. I say I kind of got it. This is the Marvel Legends reprint. But this in itself is going up in price. Now, of course, the Avengers trailer made many people think that Kate Bishop is coming to Avengers Endgame. This is why this is heating up. Host of first appearances, Iron Lad, Hulkling, the Asgardian, you know, of course, Kate Bishop, first appearance of the Young Avengers. And supposedly there's going to be a Young Avengers film somewhere down the line. Well, the 7-day trend on this book, plus 134%. 71 copies have sold of late. The average raw sale now, insane stuff, $55.60. I remember passing on the first print for about £1. It was ratty, but I wanted it, and for some reason I didn't get it. Beating myself up now, because I ain't going to find one that cheap again, I don't think. Having said that, I've had some good finds today. I've actually finally started to sell a couple of books on eBay. Exciting times for myself. Anyway, like I said, 71 copies have sold of this book of late. $55.60 is the average raw, and 9.8 of this book has sold for $245 of late. That's Young Avengers issue 1, or number 7 on our list. Now, number 6 on our list is a book that I love. It was a great read, and I see big, big things for this book down the line. And this is Nova, issue number 1. Of course, the first appearance and origin of Nova, who is Richard Rider. It's also the first appearance of Centurion Nova Prime, who was Roman Day, and he was in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And I got the actor in my head. I think he played one of the stepbrothers opposite Colin Farrell, is it? I can't think. But yeah, I've got him in the head. So it's the first appearance of Bernie Dillon, Caps, Charles Ryder, Donnelly Dover, Ginger J, Gloria Ryder, Mike Burley, and Robbie Ryder. The first appearance of the Xandarians, alien race, and the first appearance of Zor. There's a ton of first appearances in this, but of course, Kevin Feige has confirmed that at some point they are going to think about putting Nova into the MCU. Quite probably with his own feature film. Now, the 7-day trend on this book, plus 133%, 74 copies have sold recently. The average raw sale now is $91.25. Now, mine's a pence copy, but it's in pretty darn good nick. I paid £20 for mine in 2017, so you can see how much is creeping up now. Passed on a second copy for about 30, and I'm kind of kicking myself about that. A 9.8 still, though, is reasonable. $149 recently sold for 9.8. I think that's a steal. This is a great Bronze Age book to grab, guys. Trust me. Number 5 on our list is The Incredible Hulk, issue 13. And I believe I do have that book, but I haven't got it with me. So, this is the first appearance of Devil Hulk. First appearance of Devil Hulk. So we've had Incredible Hulk 12 on our list. Now we've got the 13. The 7-day trend on that book, plus 631%. Like I said, Devil Hulk's come into Immortal Hulk. 20 copies have sold of late. Average raw sale now, $22.75. I would not have paid more than about £1 or £2 for my copy, I'm sure. That's our number 5. It's a strange list this week. It's a tough list. I'll be very surprised if anyone has 17 and above. That's my guess. Number 4 on our list is a book I made a hot comic book alert about because there is a What If TV show coming, an animated What If TV show, which is exciting stuff. So that's got a real nice fan base, the What If comics. And of course, number 4 on our list is What If issue number 1. Yeah, the book that started it all. The 7-day trend, plus 624%. 26 copies of that book have sold of late. The average raw sale now, $14.84. Again, it was a book I was looking out for at the weekend. Couldn't find one. They were snapped up. The average graded 9.8 now for that book, $280. I don't know whether I've got any What If books of the original run, actually. I'll have to check my PC. Number 3 on our list is another book I don't own, and it's another book I passed on just this weekend at cover price because it's not grabbing me, but it's grabbing a lot of you, and that is Avengers No Road Home, issue number 5. This was my gold medal winner on my comic book recaps. The reason is the first appearance, supposedly, of Conan in the Marvel Universe. They're crossing over. The 7-day trend, plus 253% on that book. 80 copies have sold of late. The average raw sale now for a book that came out a week or two ago, $10.97. So they're creeping up. Maybe I'll try and grab one. I'm sure I can still find them in my LCS. No graded copies of that book out there as yet, but it seems to be a nice recent book to have. And we're into our top 2, guys. It's another hot comic book alert I made It is Dr. Fate, the 1 in 25 variant. Not often incentives make our list. Of course, DC have announced that they are supposedly bringing out a Dr. Fate movie. And it's not going to be using the original Dr. Fate, but a Dr. Fate that first appeared in the 2015 series. I think, is he first name Kaleem or something like that? I can't recall his name. But like I say, the 1 in 25 variant has a 7-day trend of plus 1,496%. That's a world record. 14 copies of that 1 in 25 were sold of late. The average draw sale, $75 now. No graded books are out there as of this list coming out. So we have made our number one. And our number one this week is a book that my good friend Lyric Magic Moments picked up for £4. I think I was looking at the same one, mate. You snatched it from me. Joking. Okay, the book, of course, is Dr. Fate, issue 1. Yeah, we've talked about the 1 in 25. Now we have the regular cover. Like I said, a Dr. Fate movie is on its way. And this book is supposed to has the first appearance of the newish Dr. Fate. Okay? That's from 2015, Dr. Fate issue 1. 7-day trend, plus 723%. 34 copies have sold of late. The average raw sale, $21.87. So you've got a good price there, Lyric. Yeah. The average graded book, they're not out there, guys. But that's our number one. Dr. Fate in number 1 and number 2 positions. So what have I got this week, guys? It was a tough old week, trust me. And I'll tell you why, because I have a pitiful 4, and I'm going to count that one as a half. 4.5 for me, guys. You're going to smash it. Show me what you got. Bring it in the comments. That's Daz over and out. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.